Well, our second time looping was a bit faster than the first one, wasn't it? Hello, sir. Is it time for us to have a chat, or are we not going to do this every time? Oh.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
I'm Yogg and I got lost?
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. Live by our law here.
Don't worry about me, I know what I'm doing.
All right, friend, suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
Okie dokie. Where's the farm you supposedly run? I guess I could follow you after, I guess now-ish, because of the tour and whatnot. Yeah, it's specifically set off by those. Yeah, those are slums. It's looking pretty slummy around here.
Salve.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, but it does not notice the crowds that come.
So, what's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Imitating their previous lives. Well, come back to me when the shadows have bone, because that'll be way weirder. I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means. He just has fair enough as a response to absolutely everything.
They never do.
Do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
I don't know, becoming unignorant is like my entire goal. Also, if you're in this state, I'm a little surprised they didn't lock you up too, considering how they treat the other guy. What do you think about the golden rule?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
The gods of the statues. Right. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant.
I'll be going now.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay, well, you can't say I'm better off ignorant and then also be like, you're so ignorant. Psh, pshaw, 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 pshaw. Anybody normally here? Yeah, this is the message that I can grab, I guess. Statues abound. That guy is fucking jacked. Somebody's watching through the statues? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so maybe I can tell her not to run in there and die, and then this time she can talk to me more or something. I'm very amused by how the Archer situation was so low stakes that I wandered off into other stuff for a while, and then got over there when I felt like it, basically.
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. You have to do something.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Are you serious? This is an emergency. Are you going to help or not?
I'll get right on it.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Do not go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Yeah, there's like a billion other places you could go, right? You'll be fine. Alright, so that's how you save her. Should I go to her or should I deal with the archer guy? Can I deal with the archer guy? I feel like I should mention the archer guy to the leader and see if something happens with that. Maybe that's how you resolve that sitch. But also, like, I have like reasons to potentially follow up on this guy anyway. Oh yeah, can I do this? No. Maybe it only triggers that one time, and then I lost it forever. Keep an eye out for Sentinel. You don't know who I am. Why would I keep an eye out? You don't even... Shouldn't you be alarmed who I am? I mean, I'm glad I'm not having that conversation every single time, but nobody knows who I am in this run.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Yogg, and we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
It's good news this game has a skip dialogue button, but I definitely wish it was also like a visual novel, like skip old dialogue, hold button, so I don't have to worry about actually skipping new things, because I just assume they're going to be old. I broke it? No, I didn't. I couldn't stop it from being broken.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time. Now, I assume you sought me out again for a reason?
I'd like you to release Dooley. I guess I can't do the other thing.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
Fair enough. Not fair enough. The golden rule's getting broken today, and he didn't do it, so there's no real particular risk to seeing what you can do with him. What exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities. Here, we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and, most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us, were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass. The man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule-breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
He really did do the whole fucking gambit again. We're so civilized compared to other people. He would have been executed before, but we like let him have a life where he sits in a cage like a dog, except dogs usually get to go outside. I don't think he even had a bathroom. Do you guys let him out like every few hours? So what the fuck? Not much going on here. I better get back to it.
I'll be waiting here for news.
So reporting to him is not... Alright, guards then. One of the guards must be able to deal with Archer guy. They have armor at least. Although, the moment he fires his bow, it's a crime, so I don't really know what to do there. I could just not talk to him, since he seems to just hang out. I did the entire first loop without him showing up.
Scintilla, would you? What is it, citizen? All right?
Nothing there.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the Golden Rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
The talking shit back and forth is weird given the Golden Rule situation. Blah, 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 blah. Nope, he doesn't react.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
Still gonna have his
Whatever.
tribute. Yep, so none of the guard kind of people are gonna do much here. I've talked to you before.
Ave.
Ave. Cool.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How'd you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Are you suffering from rheumatism?
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Well. There you are. Did she just stay alive till I talk to you? She's alive right now. I think I came here way faster before. So some of these things are just tied to when you talk to people above anything else. So she dies when you talk to her, unless you show up way later maybe. And then she walks into that thing and dies when you talk to her, but otherwise sits around for a while.
Shh, I'm hiding.
You are surrounded by regular ass people that you ran past to get here. The Archer situation is a weirdly low stakes thing.
Did you stop him?
No,
Well, what are you waiting for?
it's fine. Just ignore him.
Did you...
I know you literally can because he didn't break the golden rule last time, which means he didn't shoot anybody else. At least I don't think he did. So you want a bow. Other guy wants some kind of offering. Might also be a bow. Somebody else needs a drug. I don't know how to find.
Greetings and salutations.
Are you more talkative before she dies?
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
I'm from beyond the edge of the known world, from Levi-topia.
Then you are an explorer, like me. Wonderful. You must have many stories to share. I cannot wait to hear them. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
I mean, I could use a second set of clothing if I'm presumably staying here, but you don't know about the time loop. What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah, more or less.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
I suppose so.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
So how'd you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Let's talk about something else.
Anything you like.
You know a way out of here?
Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at?
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Got it, thanks. Well, people are definitely still trying to escape. In fact, there was like all those tunnels I've been in that look like they were like dug by people. Even with little trapdoors hiding them in some cases, and one person was dead in a cave-in. So So it seems like there's a reoccurring thing with people trying to escape. And that even might be what's happening right now, someone might be out there. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know. I've seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Sorry for your loss, my friend. Not as sorry as you'll be. Who are you gonna vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous, though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
I'll be going now.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Well, he's the one Grease character. He's also the one that's dressing up the statues. Who's being a punk ass? Sorry, you? No. It's not you?
Shh, I'm
Yeah.
hiding. Did you stop him?
No. Well, can't ask her until she gets over that.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dace.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something.
I'll be going.
Very well. Another time.
Yep, so the objective completing was the indication that there was nothing else to do there. It's just you gotta talk to her. What made this collapse? Will it collapse on me? Yes. That's exactly what it'll do. But they already saved.
Salve.
So is there a way to talk this guy out of this situation, I wonder? Timing. Every time.
Stop right there. I am looking for Tiberius.
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city, second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Well, this resolves itself pretty nicely. Also, this should invoke the Golden Rule because it's a sin, right? I just killed him. Can I go in here? Ooh. I can go in here, but let's go watch this guy's death. Look at him go. I'm curious to see if this invokes the golden rule, because, like, I'm definitely knowingly killing this guy. So, like, if this doesn't invoke the golden rule, then, like, the gods are not very smart? Basically? Oh, is that sign say don't go in here?
Curse you, cultist.
Oh no. Is he okay? Oh, I have a bow. Okay. So this isn't stealing? Beware, shrine may collapse at any moment. Fucking how? How is this even... How do you even end up in this kind of situation? Why is it perfectly collapsed the moment somebody walks in? There's just so many weird details here. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old, his average height, average build, dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He's typically clean-shaven, is a known associate of cultists, and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Well, that's a lot. Alright, sir, would you like this bow?
You there. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
The statues come to life and fire golden bows, arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination, golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden goose is meant to be a cautionary tale.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
Pedantic, it's literally your point. I'm interested.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
No.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A golden bow?
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what.
But you want me to steal it?
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence, my proposal.
You think that God's perceptions are light-based? Like, you could just make it dark in there and they won't notice that you swapped it out? Like, alright. Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man. Whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Prometheus was also punished for eternity, if I recall correctly.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
That's all the questions I had.
So, are you in, partner?
Alright, I'll do it.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Fake golden bow. Why is fake in quotes? I guess because it's a real bow. It's just not
now,
real
I've
gold.
gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Just give me the fucking plant. Dressing up the statues. Well, this can't go well. What is that even? Seems like a beehive, but they look huge and weird. Am I about to get attacked because they're only up there because they're afraid of the fight? This seems several kinds of risky. A large stone statue of Diana, ancient Roman goddess of the hunt, moon, and the underworld. Alright. Getting stuck. Help. I don't... Okay, you just click on it.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Yes, I have it.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow.
How is this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
How can I trust you after you've double-crossed me like this?
You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
Even if I gave it to you, you'd probably just leave me in here. Forget it.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Do. Am I just gonna shoot it down? Oh, is it gonna become gold? Oh. I'm like, I imagine they're not pleased with me now.